long story short, I had the audacity to make my in-laws something that they had never gotten before. I wanted to make them dolls, or more like jointed puppets of themselves that they could use just to have fun around the house or also in their puppet show. Some context, my in-laws are some of the nicest people, and during the pandemic, to keep all their grandchildren from going insane, stuck indoors, they had these little videos that they would make in the woods with puppets just to keep their grandkids happy, and that made my daughter's day. And I thought, how fun would it be if they had puppets of themselves? So I got to cracking. Mind you, I'd never done this before, and all these materials were just stuff that I had collected through the years because I'm kind of a craft hoarder. But I started making them, and even though they look like little sheep, don't worry, the vision will come together. Just trust me on. All they need is a little bit of skin. So let me just iron out some of these wrinkles. See, free facelift, yay. And once this has been ironed out, I'm going to paint them, and then I'm just going to slap skin on these guys. I started off with my mother-in-law's puppet as kind of the experiment seeker. So I just slapped the skin on her. And then I had to do the very, very time-intensive process of sewing it on. I had some ideas, but I just had to do this one for each of the limbs. So it took forever. But once it was done, look at her. She is so pretty in her little swims. I had a better idea of how it would go. I made her partner R and his little body in also a little swimsuit. So after some small tweaks and painting their little faces using some of their pictures, I made sure that they would fully posable and that they could move. And look how cute they look. Oh, hello. Cheers. And now I'm going to get them in their box. I mentioned that I'm traveling to Germany tomorrow and I had no time to make them clothes, so they're just going to have to go in the box like this while I furiously work on their clothes on the airplane. And that is what I did for 6 hours. All the flight attendants were asking me, like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm just making tiny little clothes. And they looked at me with a mix of awe and horror. I wanted to show them the dolls, but they were in a suitcase, so unfortunately I could not. And then I was worried out of my mind that the clothes wouldn't fit, and indeed, some of them did not, so I had to furiously sew by lamplight late at night while everybody was asleep to try to get them done, but they were done, and I got them to fit into their little clothes. Look how cute. I even added a vest and a little shawl for my mother-in-law, and so I found this really beautiful box that they lent me. I put in a soft cover. No furniture for them, folks. I just didn't have the time, but I thought this would be like a really cute surprise and they wouldn't know what was in it. So I just decorated it with some materials that I found and also that I brought, and here they go. So here is R, and I just added like a small accessory for him. He's always wearing his vest, and his vests always have lots of pockets, but in one of the pockets, of course, are his glasses. And so there we go. Look at you. All right, it's time for you to go in the box. Are you ready to be given to your namesake on Christmas Day? I hope you are. Well, see you in a bit, bud. Thank you. Thankfully, I got you done in time. And now it's time to do the same to V. And so V's going to go right next to R, and they're going to be so happy. I tried to account for their height differences because he is much taller than she is, but they just look so precious. And so once they're in their box, I wrapped them up tight and had to do this all while in their apartment when they were not aware. So I was just running like a maniac trying to sneak all over. But finally they were given, and they are so happy. And here are V and R in their living room forevermore. Despite the crunch and the stress, it was a really, really fun project.